dashboard open to go to my channel and open up my chat on YouTube and get contact with you guys. Look at that. We're up 200 people in our subscribing to the show, which I greatly appreciate. Let's see, we get this down to the end and we'll go, chat is disabled for this live stream. What happened? That's weird. Oh, there must be a thing with the Vista. I don't know why that is. Well, we'll hope. Hey, it's back. Okay, good. Hi, Christine. That was a weird thing. They were having issues on Restream with the YouTube chat going through there. You know what? And meanwhile, over here, Twitch just couldn't give less of a crap. Just totally sailing right through. Hey, chat. There you go. Now you're back. Yeah, it was weird. That was an issue that I think that Restream's been having with YouTube. Oh, YouTube is down. My page is up. It just got weird. I might have just everybody everything just died on there. There you go. YouTube will sometimes crap out. So welcome back. Hi everybody. Gee whiz. Oh, I was like, what is that noise? And I'm like, oh, it's me on another channel playing. That's fun. Good stuff. So yeah, Twitch is laggy. Yeah, YouTube. There's something going on. In there. Oh, I got it. Okay, so mine just opened up on my other computer randomly in a way that that's very strange. Oh, yeah. That just opened right at the moment where I was doing my best Sam Elliott. I like your style, dude. I got to start working on him. I like him a lot. So I'll see if I can put together an impersonation of him. Let's see. How I learned to. Hey, Amy. This is not my fault. This is other computer stuff. Yes. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. All that fun stuff. We will always continue. It's probably good today that I'm doing 3 shorter ones, as it were, as opposed to one gigantic one. Huh? Oh, it's back on. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. So it's it's something in there. All right. Yeah, there was some like hang up. We shall see. Yeah. So there you go. Oh, thank you. Canadian. Thank you, Joe. That's good. Yeah, so there was a momentary, it was great. It was a great Sam Elliott. Oh, good. That's my first time ever trying to do Sam Elliott. So as an impersonation, not in general. I mean, if I saw the man, I mean, it's like a magnet. He'd pull you right in. Can I ask you one? Let me try one of them sarsaparillas. I'll work on it. I think it's a solid one. But thank you, Joe, for that. YouTube had a glitch. There was a glitch with Restream and the chat for YouTube that they were warning me about before I started the show today. They give me a little warning like, we're noticing some customers have a problem with blah, blah, blah. And in this case, it jacked up. So, and it kicked me out of all the other things. So I had to re-log into things, which is always fun to do while you're live. Darn. That's a good idea. You have to concentrate on the word darn to get Sam right. I will do just that. Darn. I can see that. How's it going, amigo? I'll figure it out. It's going to be good. I need to watch. It's a good excuse to watch The Big Lebowski again. The dude abides. Hal, your thoughts on Chris Hedges, Noam Chomsky, and why everyone loves Joe Rogan? That's interesting. Here's the thing. I am not really a fan of Chomsky's. I've always found his political insights suspect and uniform, and quite limited in their scope. I mean, he's a linguistics professor who doesn't speak another language. That to me is weird. That in and of itself shows a character issue. I don't follow nor do I listen to Hedges really. And insofar as Joe Rogan, I mean, I think he has the exact same appeal as George Norrie or any of the like the overnight, late night UFO based trucker stuff. He's basically like the Alex Jones you'd want to have a bud with. I've been on a show. I don't mind him as a human being. I just happen to think he's. I don't think he. I think he plays dumb a lot, which is the embarrassing part. That I'm not cool with. Chomsky is a better philosopher than a political analyst. It may be that he just has a specific, very specific philosophy that he lives within. A lot of folks big on Chomsky. I wasn't too impressed either. I just don't. I mean, give me Alan Watts any day, but I find like Chomsky's just become a hero of the left because of his American hegemony concepts. He was, he was harping on colonialism or imperialism before it was cool, and now it's a shtick. This is live now. Hi, Ziggy. So yes, am I 50? I am. I will be 51 in September, in a mere 4 months. So there you go. Yes, Ziggy, it is live. Yeah, love Alan Watts. Rogan can be listenable when he's got the right guest on, What happened? I have no idea. It's just a weird glitch on YouTube today or the internet. But we are back and we are fine and all's, gotta love the chomp. Yeah, I'm not a fan, honestly. And like I said, I do have a real issue with the fact that he doesn't speak another language. It seems weird to me. You're an expert in linguistics, you teach linguistics, and you don't speak a second language. I thought it was cool when he stood up for the Holocaust deniers. Which one? Did Chomsky or Rogan? Like Howard, good guess, good show. Howard Stern, you mean? I think Rogan is an Alex Jones nut. No, he plays around in that sandbox, though, because it's good money. September 25th, Amber. I didn't, I mean, from a linguistic standpoint, was he just going, when they say denial, denial is one way of looking at it. Chomsky is what you'd call a theoretician. Yeah, but I still feel it's weird that if you have all these theories about something and you're supposedly well studied on it, but you have not filtered more than your own base language through yourself, it's going to limit. I mean, especially as I speak 3 languages, so parce que je parle français comme une vache espagnole, but it is reasonable. I can get by, and 我的中文比我的法文好. My Chinese is better than my French. That said, when you learn a foreign language, you rewire your brain, and the understanding of that rewiring and your ability to interpret what people say and do, because you come at it from a point of view of knowing a different language, affects your philosophical take on things. It can't not. As a matter of fact, it breaks out of these barriers, and I find Chomsky to have too many blinders on, and maybe it's because of that. So there you go. I find Chomsky useful to help decode society as a starting point. Maybe. I mean, maybe he's the crayons you start with in decoding society, but Frankie Smith, half Cantonese here, speak a bit of Cantonese still. Well, Lei Ho. Ngoi Sai. Thanks for joining us. I only know a couple of Dumche, Deutsche, like little bits of, my pleases and thank yous, as it were. Thanks, Scooter. September 2, I'll be 54, self-taught myself Spanish. I never learned Spanish because it seemed like the hack language to learn in LA. I just had a thing about it. Switch to YouTube because Twitch is too laggy. That's interesting. Is the audio lagging from the video at all? Is that part of the problem? Hola, Jameer. Greetings in both Mandarin and Cantonese are similar. Yeah, but they're different enough that people who speak Mandarin or Cantonese have a harder time saying them than people who don't speak, who learn to speak either or both later. Tara, my mom's birthday is September 25th, as is mine, by the way. I was born on my mom's birthday, September 25th. Ni hao. Yeah, it's hard to type ni hao because they always want to make hao has. My family's Colombian. Colombia. Speak country, Hal, after all you are from Kentucky. It's true. It's one of the reasons they kicked me out was because, Yeah, I read too much. Lab Rats was awesome. Hey, Flank Doodle, look at that, hopping over. Look at that. I know a little Polish. I don't know any Polish, but I wouldn't rule out learning it at some point. Just as a Chicagoan. Yeah. Good stuff. We got almost 194 people in here, folks. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. You're hanging out here anyways. Subscribe. Come on. Help me out. Spread the word. You're here. It's free entertainment. I'm doing my best to get you through the news that you should be watching, the long form news, because that's what I'm trying to do here that's different than what you see elsewhere. I know we can only take Trump in like bite-sized morsels most of the time because he's a fucking maniac. Hello. But you got to see the whole thing, so nobody can accuse you of messing with the context, right? So that's what I do here. So like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. If you're watching this later and it's the middle of the night and you're like, hey, this isn't that bad. I have to watch this guy when he's live, except in my country it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Do that. Thanks for the subscription hazard. Yeah. Effing maniac is too generous. I tend to be, Jeff. And by the way, I wanted to show everybody something real quick. I want to thank Jeff Ninecow in particular for doing this. Jeff, I appreciate you posting this. The wartime consigliere thing. I appreciated that. I saw it. I wanted you to know that I saw it. So thank you. That means a lot. And I apparently have 20 plus people who are trying to. Paul, thanks for sharing the show as well. Everybody who's watching on, and Rose, thank you. Cosmic Rose, thank you for sharing it. That's still a Ellsberg. Oh, and Heath Buckmeister is playing that, like, still of me going, what that Jeff Ninecow put up, like, what am I watching every day with this nonsense? So I appreciate the posts and the boosts and the sharing and all that stuff. I had an interesting, I'm curious about your guys' take on this, because I'm on the, you guys famously know that I have a bit about the P word in Charmageddon. And I have issues in some ways with the word bitch in certain contexts. In my way of thinking, the whiny version of it, when you say somebody's being a whiny bitch or they're whining and that makes them a bitch, to me that is it's a squealing dog reference, not a woman reference. Whereas when you use it as a pejorative about negative behavior, like being mean, that seems to be when it means a human woman. Does that make sense? I feel like that word splits. Thank you so much, Jill, and thank you again, Paul. Yeah, and the hashtag bunker bitch thing that was going around, and I really hesitate to use that word because of the way it can be, cross-interpreted. So when Trump earlier today wrote, you get the impression that the Supreme Court doesn't like me. I wrote, can you imagine being this much of a bitch? And I, to me, what I mean is the whiny, howly dog version of things. You know what I mean? And for a lot of people, that's what that means. You know what I mean? Whereas not, based on a female type of behavior, but a dog in particular. And yes, I know it's a female dog, but blah blah blah. That's not where that comes in. Like yelping, and that kind of thing. And so what's a non-human woman, female, non-human female? Did I say woman? You know what I mean. So I have a problem with badass too, because I feel like that's such a neutered version of. That's a lot to unpack, but like badass to me means disregarding of other people's feelings, and I don't know something that's aspirational in some way. It's badass has become synonymous with just cool, but specifically, it's like the woman version of cool now. You know what I mean? instead of saying she's cool, you go, she's a total badass. It's the same phrase. It's the same concept, different phrasing. And it seems to be gendered now for that. Like when it's a dude, like it's weird to even go, that dude's a badass. Like it's, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't ever use that B word because as a woman, I never want to be called that. Yeah, and I don't tend to use it on women ever at all. Again, it's a very singular usage thing, but I hesitate to do it. And I put it in that tweet and I'm still on the fence about how I felt about it. So there you go. So yeah, and some people feel bad about it and some people like it and some people it really cuts to the chase and gets it out there. How Buddha, my installed OBS, still working on learning a new video editing program, etc. But I'll try to get some time to look at the credits thing. I did it last time on Windows. Oh, thanks. Yeah, let me know if you have any headway. It's very strange, and it may just be a Mac thing. Can't stop lying. It might be that that's where I'm hung up. But you know, those kind of things, like yeah. What if you were using it when having? I don't swear during that act. I just don't do it. Must be getting old. I don't get any of this. There you go, Flang Doodle. That's fine. Oh, cha sui bao. So for those you don't know, cha sui bao is barbecued pork bao. Which when I went to the first time I was ever in Beijing, at that time I was choosy about what meat I ate, and so when I went up and there was a guy selling bao on the street, and I was hanging out with some people, and I said. Naga bao 有什么肉在里面? Like inside, what meat is inside that bao? And the people I was with tapped me on the shoulder and like, buenti. Like, don't ask. You don't want to know. And I'm like, okay, if it's going to be cat or something or people, I'm out. Hal, since you're talking about yes, education, I posted some information about an ASU initiative in Discord's pro section. Was that the best place? I'm still learning Discord. Yes, it is, Sean. That's the place to put it. I knew a woman whose last name was Putz. Worked for me for a while. Okay, great. Not necessarily. I just, you know, that's too much information. Nobody silent bows people. Yeah, it is. Why do some men call women a bitch for? I think because of it became synonymous with nag. Hey, Tom, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. It became a harsher version of nag, which is fairly common. You know what I mean? As a phrase. So there you go. I think that's where it comes from. But I mean, it's neither here nor there. It's just a question I had. And I'm going to, by the way, I'm going to be doing a show at Flappers in LA live wearing a hazmat suit. And everybody in the audience has to wear masks and gloves, and we will probably shield every table. We're working on that for end of the month, beginning of July. It will be a live show, but it will be the most hermetically sealed show you could possibly have. So I'll catch you guys up on that as that happens. But we just started the talk about it, and I think it's going to happen fairly quick. You know, so we're going to set a date. It will be pretty great. I will eventually. I do look. I am maybe 51, but I act 15. Yeah, it's going to be super PPE. Like it'll be the PPE show. There you go. Yes. So, yeah, people broadcast for the show. Yes. So that'll be my kind of first step into doing a live show. Yeah, straws for drinks. Everything's closed down. And then I'm going to do some reverse shots. It will not be open to the public, so I'm just going to invite patrons and other people who can and will and feel safe coming. Thank you, Michelle. Holy smokes. Appreciate that. Wow. Yay, Michelle. Thanks so much.